Jim, well, we are joined by DeAngelo Williams, running back for the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Let's first of all talk about the last 3 weeks. You had summer school, OTAs. You get through that. You guys get out there. It was hot as heck out there.
Man, yeah.
I mean, how was it for you guys, and how's the team looking?
Well, it was good for us because we definitely got to get used to Spartanburg heat. It's a lot hotter there than it is here in Charlotte. So I think it's preparing us for that heat there. And, you know, we have a lot of potential this year. The new guys catching on as fast as they caught on. And unfortunately, we had a couple guys out, but I know that they'll be up to speed when it's time to go during training camp. But we have a lot of potential, and we've come along a lot earlier this year than we did last year because we were a little bit behind. And when we finally caught up to gelling with one another, it was too late in the season for us to make a comeback. But, you know, I think we'll make a strong push for the playoffs this year.
How different is this experience for you, being the #1 guy, or at least being touted as the #1 guy? Obviously, you might split some time with Stewart, but I mean, how different is it coming into this season?
It's a little bit different, being as that I don't get a chance to see 2-6 in front of me when Deshaun Foster. He was a guy that kind of matured me, so to speak, as a running back in the National Football League. So it's a little different being back there without him, but having the opportunity to help mold a guy in Jonathan Stewart, if you will, as far as passing the knowledge that Deshaun passed on to me to him. I think it'll be a little bit smoother transition, being as that I haven't experienced much in the National Football League as far as getting older, so I can semi-relate to him. So I think me being touted as the #1 guy, it's not really that hard in terms of actually playing the game, but the expectation that you have to live up to is kind of higher than a normal standard when you're the backup guy or that guy that's rolling in and out from time to time.
It's nice to be able to hide in the crowd every once in a while.
every now and then.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, another big change in the offseason, the line has gotten bigger, a little more active. How nice is that for you in a backfield to be looking at that?
It's like a nice luxury car, okay, that does about 220 when it needs to. I really love the additions that they made to the offensive line. We were big last year, but we wasn't as tall and big as we are this year. And it gives us the ability as smaller backs, if you will, scat backs, as the league have coined us, to hide behind them and, hide there for a minute, just enough time for us to break out of the side or up the middle and get out of sight of those linebackers. So it's definitely a great addition to our offensive line with Coach Fox loving to run the football.
We'll keep going with the offense. He likes to run the football. He likes to establish the run, maybe open up the pass. Now you've got some guys that could catch some balls out there with Steve Smith. I mean, DJ Hackett, you bring back Moose, and then you may be getting Dwayne Jarrett up to speed as well.
Oh, yes. Dwayne Jarrett has definitely came into his own this year. He's definitely put forth a lot of effort this year, and he's one of my surprising picks this year to be a really big player for us. Moose Muhammad and DJ Hackett are workhorses. They're definitely going to help take some of the pressure off Steve Smith because if you can't double them all game. If you double them all game, we got another receiver that'll come up and bite you in the butt. So we won't see a lot of 8 or 9 men in the box with the receivers that we have, and it definitely complements our whole offense as a whole because you can't stack the box against us, and you can't not stack the box against us. So it's going to be a chess game. Defense coordinator versus offense coordinator and head coach.
Personal goals this upcoming season, you came in just shy of 1,000 yards. You were averaging 5 yards a carry. I mean, you had 4 touchdowns, no fumbles. What are your personal stat? Do you set those numbers for yourself going into a season?
No, I honestly don't. I've had the same goal I've had all year for a number of years, and that's to be injury-free. However, that's probably the hardest goal of all the goals you can have set for yourself that are realistic. So that's the goal that I set for myself every year, and I say the second goal up there on my list of goals would be to try to be more productive this year than I was in the previous year. And so far since I've been here, I've been able to do that.
All right, let's shift off the field. Some things you've been doing on the side. PaintBall, one of your big things. How does this happen?
I love it, man. It's awesome. It's one of the few games where you actually get to shoot people with paint and not suffer the consequences of jail time. It's really fun, and it's a huge relief. It takes you out of that, it puts you in a whole different world when you're out there on the field, and it's I mean, I recommend it for anyone. It's great therapeutic for the mind, and a lot of hunters think it's easy because they go out and they hunt deer all the time. But there's one little catch though: the deer don't hunt you.
Yeah.
So when you're out there,
they're not fighting back.
Yeah, they're not fighting back. Yeah, and you know, it's fun. It's very therapeutic, and you know, we play every weekend. I'm not a pro or anything, but I'm just a guy that like to compete and shoot his paintball gun.
Now you got an upcoming tournament. Tell us the details on that and how that's all going down.
Oh yes, we have a paintball. Well, I have a paintball tournament that I'm hosting. It starts on the 28th and 29th. Registration just opened a couple days ago at armyof10.com, and you know, the winning team gets $5,000. It's a team of 10. They get $5,000 and 10 tactical vests and the Army of 10 trophies, and they also get to play against me and a couple of my teammates.
Oh wow!
If you will, yeah. And I can tell you this much right now: we don't plan on losing. So whatever team wins the tournament,
right,
will probably be your biggest test out there. And I'll just let you know I got some guys out there that's ready to shoot some guys.
Now, have the Panthers signed off on this one?
No, no. It's,
all right, we'll keep it on the down low. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
about it
nobody knows about it, and yeah, and some of the proceeds go to my foundation.
Great.
Well, most of the proceeds go to my foundation, and my foundation is for education and for breast cancer awareness, and for those that have breast cancer that can't afford the operation, we'll go ahead and help foot some of the bill and get that process going.
All right, DeAngelo Williams, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks.
And good luck on the paintball field and, of course, on the football field.
Thanks.